Alright guys, what's up? This is the update on the Stark. This is probably the final video that I'm going to put out about what's been happening to it and everything, because I should have it back this week, this weekend, hopefully. I got some notes on my phone just to reference like a timeline so you could see how everything went down and what happened, what the problem was, and how it got fixed. So the bike broke on August 14th. I was out, went to go ride somewhere, and I started riding a little bit, got maybe an eighth of the track. A code popped up that said battery's critically low. I was like, okay, that's weird because the battery was at 90-something%. So I turned it back on, I rode a little bit more, it died again. Same thing, battery's critically low. Third time I ride it, a little bit further now, and same code pops up, battery's critically low. And then when I tried to start it back up again, it just wouldn't start. It was just dead. I got no color lights, no nothing. Nothing would turn on, so I had to push it back to my truck. The video that kind of goes more into detail about that, I'll put right up there or over here, wherever it is. So I had a call with Stark. I think this was on like a Wednesday, so they got back to me the next Monday, and it was a video chat call, and he diagnosed the issue as the VCU being bad. So he told me they were going to send me one, but they have to wait a couple weeks for them to get into the warehouse that they were or whatever, and then they had to program it to my bike. So that took like, I want to say a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 4. I got it in, and that ended up not being the issue. So I called them again, and I'm like, hey guys, the bike's not working. This is September 6th now. And they were like, okay, so the battery's probably bad. We're going to send you a new battery, which is what I have right here. The old battery that didn't work, but does still work, I think. So, sent me the new battery. I got it on the 18th of September. Threw the new battery in. I was like praying that this would be the fix. Wasn't the issue. So at this point, I was just getting frustrated. I contacted Stark, and I was like, hey guys, like I'm done with this bike. I want to trade it in. I don't even want to work on it anymore because I don't want to break anything on it and have the warranty just not be there because I broke something stupid and I didn't know what I was doing. But I should have just kept it in my garage and did it myself, or had one of my buddies that have had the same issue take it down and build it back up together with me. So Stark was like, okay, we know you're frustrated. We're going to contact the dealership where I bought the bike from and see if I could drop the bike off there. And that they were fine with that. The dealership was cool with that. So I dropped it off on September 20th. And at this point, this was a Friday. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give them like, I figured I'd hear something back within a week, maybe 2 weeks. So I contacted Stark a week and a half into the dealership having the bike. I'm not going to name the dealership because I don't want to start trouble. If you know, you know. So I asked Stark for an update, and they were like, yeah, we diagnosed the issue as a powertrain and it needs to be replaced. We're just waiting for the dealership to place an order for the new one. Like, okay, sounds good. So I figured they did that, you know, like that night or whenever they figured out what the issue was, which they didn't. So I waited another week. So at this point it was 3 weeks. And I contacted Stark again, and I was like, hey, is the bike done? Like, can I pick it up? It's been 3 weeks. What's the issue? And Stark responded with, the dealership didn't even order the part, and the dealership just wouldn't even answer Stark back. And I was like, okay, that's weird. So Stark asked me to contact the dealership to see if I could get some answers and see why they haven't been answering their emails from Stark, because I don't know why they think I could do it, but I sent an email to the owner of the dealership and was like, hey, what's going on with my bike? It's been 3 weeks now. You guys haven't even ordered parts for it. Like, what's the deal? And then he contacted me back and was like, well, we're having communication issues with Stark. They're trying to charge us $3 grand for the part, which is weird because it's under warranty for 2 years. So I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Well, I didn't get that you guys had communication issues. Okay, understandable. You guys got to order the part. So that night they ordered the part, and this was October 11th now that I sent the email and contacted the dealership. So later that night, after I contacted the dealership through the email and got their email back saying they're sorry. They got to figure out the warranty. The whole thing's a sketchy situation with them. I was like, weird. I got an email from Stark that had attached emails from Stark and the dealership. Now, the dealership was saying that Stark was trying to charge them for the parts and not pay for labor, which was wrong. Stark mentioned in their email 2 or 3 times that they would be reimbursed for the parts and for the labor. They just had to fill out a reimbursement form, which was attached with the emails. So I don't know where the dealership got that they were going to be charged for the parts and labor, because the emails that Stark sent me says they're covering everything. Warranty is backing that, even the labor, which they don't have to pay for. So I don't know why the dealership said that to me, but that just puts a bad taste in my mouth. So let's bring us up to October 17th, when they should have finally ordered the parts and gotten everything in. I called them and asked them for an update on the bike, and they said it was running right. Seems to be good. They're waiting on a bolt to come in, and they overnighted it. They didn't. They said that the part was in transit, which it's been, I think, a week now. So don't say you're overnighting something if you're not. So they say they're waiting on a bolt, and I suggested, hey, why don't you take a bolt out of another bike so I could have my bike back that's been sitting in your shop for over a month now. The guy responded, if it was that simple, we would. But dealing with your situation with Stark, we don't even want to deal with them anymore. And we had Stark pick up their bikes, and we're not dealing Stark bikes anymore because of my situation, apparently. But they're the ones that lied to me. Stark's been backing me the entire time with parts and everything like that. So, whatever. Like, dealerships are sketchy, so just watch out where you buy your bikes from if you're paying them off and whatnot, because they're sketchy. But like I said, Stark has been sending me everything, and I wish I would have just kept the bike here because I would have had it running by now, because they would have sent me the part that I needed, and it would have been in like a couple days. Like the battery came in like 2 days. The powertrain they had in stock, so it would have been here like 2 days, which I would have had my bike running all of October pretty much. It's just crazy that it took 3 weeks for them to even order parts for my bike and start working on it. Like, if you know that I live in New England, you know it's cold. Well, getting cold. So there's not a lot of days left where I can ride and be comfortable, because I don't really ride in the snow or the cold, because I don't like to wash the bike in the cold and get wet from the power washer and deal with all that. It's just not for me. I don't know what this means for the warranty, though. I'm assuming that that Stark will still send me parts and everything that I need, but I don't know if the parts, like say the new battery that I put in, if that gets a 2-year warranty from the day I got the new battery, or the powertrain from the day that the powertrain got put in. I don't know if that gets 2-year warranty. I guess I'll try to find that out and get that answer for you guys. If I wanted to trade the bike in, I don't think I could even go back to I'm not trading it in, but I don't think I could even go back to the dealership that I bought it from, because they don't even want Starks in their shop anymore. So what would I do if I needed, let's say I needed to trade it in, what would I do? Like, could I bring it to any dealership and they take it? I don't know. I don't think that's how that works. I think it's kind of sketchy how they sold bikes and then they get one issue like mine and they're like, we don't want to deal with it. We don't want to deal with these issues. Like, hopefully this doesn't happen to you guys. Some issues like this. My bike has been broken for 2.5 months now. Ridiculous. So Stark needs to find a better diagnosis for these bikes, because if I was paying for the VCU, the battery, and the powertrain out of my own pocket, because that's what they said the issue was, or that's what I thought the issue was, I'd be down like 10 grand on these parts that I don't even need. So let's say I buy a battery and that's not the issue. Can I return the battery and get my money back? Like, I want to know how that stuff works. I haven't looked into it yet. Yeah, so that's the update on my Stark. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video, I guess. I don't really know. Hopefully you don't have issues like this, and hopefully you don't have to go to a sketchy dealership and deal with them. I will not be dealing with that dealership ever again. I can tell you that. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Keep subscribing for me. We're almost at 700. Just awesome. And catch you in the next one.